The awakening of spiritual consciousness and the power of prayer. Imagine a moment when you felt completely vulnerable, surrounded by heavy energies that seemed to drain your peace and vitality. Perhaps it was after an intense discussion, unpleasant news, or even an inexplicable feeling of discomfort. These situations are more common than we imagine, and it is precisely in them that spiritual energy can become our greatest ally. But how can we transform this energy into a protective shield? The answer lies in the practice of prayer, especially Psalm 91, one of the most powerful texts for spiritual protection. Prayer is not just a religious ritual. It is an energetic healing tool that connects us with the divine and allows us to realign our energy field. When we pray with intention and faith, we create an invisible barrier that repels negative influences and surrounds us with positive energy. It's as if, for a few moments, we touch heaven and bring a bit of it into our reality. And Psalm 91 is one of the keys to unlocking this connection. But why is this psalm so special? It is known as the Psalm of Protection and brings divine promises of security, refuge, and deliverance. When recited with faith, it activates a spiritual energy cleansing, removing blockages and strengthening us against adversities. It's as if each word were a seed of light planted in our being, germinating and enveloping us in an aura of protection. In this chapter, we will explore how prayer, especially Psalm 91, can be used as an energetic shield. You will learn to identify moments when your energy is unbalanced and how daily prayer practice can restore your inner peace. Additionally, we will reflect on the importance of spiritual connection in our journey of personal growth and how it can guide us in times of turbulence. Before we dive into practical techniques, I want to invite you to reflect. How many times have you felt overwhelmed by life's circumstances, not knowing where to go or whom to turn to? Prayer is the path that leads us back to center, to balance. And Psalm 91 is a beacon that illuminates this path, showing that even in storms we are protected. In the next chapter, we will unravel the verses of Psalm 91 and understand how each word can be applied in your life to create a powerful spiritual shield. Are you ready to discover how to transform your faith into an active force of protection and healing? Unraveling Psalm 91. The word that transforms and protects Psalm 91 is like a spiritual map, a guide that leads us through divine promises of protection and refuge. Each verse is a pearl of wisdom, charged with spiritual energy capable of transforming our reality. But for this transformation to happen, we need to understand the deep meaning behind each word and how to apply them in our daily lives. Let's start with the first verse. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. This phrase invites us to seek a place of intimacy with God, a sacred space where we feel safe and welcome. Dwelling in the shelter of the Most High means living in constant spiritual connection, recognizing that we are protected by a greater force. It's as if, when reciting these words, we wrap ourselves in positive energy that keeps fear and anxiety away. The second verse continues, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. Here, we are called to declare our faith with conviction. When we affirm that God is our refuge, we are activating a protective energy field around us. This declaration of trust is a powerful act of energetic healing, as it frees us from the bonds of doubt and despair. As we advance through the psalm, we find promises such as, no harm will befall you, no disaster will come near your tent. These words are not just consolation, but an affirmation that we are wrapped in spiritual energy cleansing. When we recite this verse with faith, we are aligning ourselves with divine will and allowing spiritual energy to flow in our life, keeping away everything that causes us harm. But how can we put this into practice in daily life? An effective way is to create a morning prayer ritual, where you recite Psalm 91 aloud or silently, visualizing a white light enveloping your body and your home. Imagine this light as an invisible shield, positive energy that blocks any negative influence. By doing this, you are activating an energetic cleansing that extends throughout your day. In the next chapter, we will explore how prayer and Psalm 91 can be used to face specific challenges, such as fears, anxieties, and conflict situations. You will discover how to transform your faith into a practical tool to overcome obstacles and keep your spiritual journey in constant growth, transforming challenges into opportunities with Psalm 91. Life is full of challenges, whether it's a financial crisis, family conflict, illness, or simply the anxiety that silently consumes us. We all face moments that test our faith and resilience. But what if I told you that these challenges can be transformed into opportunities for spiritual growth, and that Psalm 91 is a powerful tool to guide us in this transformation? Let's start with a practical example. Fear. How many times have you felt paralyzed by fear of the future, failure, or the unknown? Psalm 91 reminds us, "You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day." These words are an antidote against fear, spiritual energy that strengthens us and encourages us to move forward. When we recite this verse, we are declaring that our confidence is in something greater than our fears. And what about anxiety? In such a fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But the psalm offers us a comforting promise. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. Imagine yourself wrapped in an aura of peace, protected by divine wings. This visualization is a powerful form of spiritual energy cleansing that helps us release tension and find balance. But what about when we face situations of conflict or injustice? Psalm 91 assures us, "You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent." These words symbolize victory over evil forces and the ability to overcome adversities. When reciting this verse, we are activating a field of protection and justice energy, which helps us face challenges with courage and determination. Here's a simple practice to incorporate Psalm 91 into your daily routine. Set aside 5 minutes in the morning or evening to recite the psalm aloud. While doing this, visualize a golden light enveloping your body and mind, dissipating all heavy energies. Feel yourself surrounded by positive energy that renews your strength and clears your thoughts. In the next chapter, we will explore how Psalm 91 can be used in conjunction with other spiritual practices, such as meditation and gratitude, to amplify its effects. You will discover how to create a personalized ritual that strengthens your spiritual journey and transforms your life into a reflection of divine peace and protection. Amplifying spiritual protection with complementary practices, Psalm 91 is, by itself, a powerful tool for spiritual protection. But when combined with other spiritual practices, its effects can be amplified, creating an even stronger and more lasting energy field. Imagine building a house. The psalm is the solid foundation, but the walls, roof, and internal details are the practices that complement and strengthen this structure. One of the most effective practices to combine with prayer is meditation. While prayer connects us with the divine through words, meditation allows us to silence the mind and hear the inner voice. Try this. After reciting Psalm 91, sit in a quiet place, close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Visualize divine light enveloping your body, purifying your spiritual energy and filling each cell with peace. This combination of prayer and meditation creates a state of deep energetic healing that prepares us to face the day with serenity. Another powerful practice is gratitude. When we thank for the blessings we have already received, we are opening our hearts to receive even more. After reciting Psalm 91, take a few minutes to mentally list 3 things for which you are grateful. It can be something simple, like the morning sun, a hug from a loved one, or the opportunity to start again. Gratitude is positive energy that attracts more blessings and strengthens our spiritual connection. And we cannot forget the importance of creative visualization. While reciting the psalm, imagine yourself surrounded by white or golden light that expands around you, forming a protective shield. See this light dissipating all heavy energies and filling your space with peace and harmony. Visualization is a form of spiritual energy cleansing that helps us materialize the psalm's promises in our reality. Finally, consider incorporating music into your spiritual practice. Singing or listening to inspiring music while reciting Psalm 91 can elevate your vibration and strengthen your spiritual journey. Music has the power to touch our soul and connect us with the divine in a unique way. In the next chapter, we will explore real stories of people who experienced profound transformations by incorporating Psalm 91 and complementary practices into their lives. These testimonials will show how faith and spiritual energy can guide us through the most challenging moments. Testimonials of transformation, Psalm 91. In action, there is something deeply inspiring about hearing real stories of people who found strength and protection through Psalm 91. These testimonials not only strengthen our faith, but also show us how spiritual energy can manifest in surprising and tangible ways. Let's learn about some of these stories and reflect on how they can illuminate our own spiritual journey. Maria's story. Protection in times of danger. Maria was a single mother living in an area considered dangerous. One night, while returning home, she found herself surrounded by a threatening situation. With her heart racing, she began reciting Psalm 91 quietly, asking for divine protection. To her surprise, the aggressors simply walked away, as if something invisible was repelling them. Maria attributed this deliverance to the positive energy generated by prayer, which created a protective energy field around her. Since then, she has incorporated the psalm into her daily routine, feeling more secure and strengthened in her faith. John's journey, healing and renewal. John faced a health crisis that left him discouraged and hopeless. A friend suggested that he recite Psalm 91 every day, visualizing divine light healing his body. John followed the advice and, gradually, began to feel a deep, energetic healing. He not only recovered physically but also experienced a spiritual awakening that transformed his perspective on life. Today, he shares his story to inspire others to trust in the power of prayer. Anna's transformation. Peace amid chaos. Anna was a successful executive, but stress and anxiety were consuming her peace. She began reciting Psalm 91 every morning, combining prayer with moments of meditation and gratitude. Gradually, she noticed that situations that used to destabilize her no longer had the same impact. The spiritual energy cleansing provided by daily practice brought a sense of balance and serenity she had never experienced before. These stories show us that Psalm 91 is not just a sacred text, but a living and active tool that can transform realities. Whether for physical protection, emotional healing, or inner peace, prayer connects us with spiritual energy that transcends our human limitations. In the next chapter, we will conclude our journey with a practical guide to creating your own spiritual protection ritual using Psalm 91 and the practices we've explored so far. You will learn to personalize this experience so it becomes a natural and powerful part of your daily life. Creating your spiritual protection ritual. We've reached the final chapter of this journey, where everything we've learned transforms into action. Here, you'll discover how to create a personalized spiritual protection ritual using Psalm 91 and the complementary practices we've explored. This ritual will be like a beacon, guiding you through life's challenges and keeping your spiritual energy aligned and strengthened. Step 1. Prepare the environment. The first step is to create a sacred space for your practice. Choose a quiet place where you won't be interrupted. It can be a corner of your home, a garden, or even a simple altar with candles, incense, and objects that have spiritual meaning for you. The idea is for this space to reflect the positive energy you wish to attract. Step 2. Begin with breathing and centering before starting prayer. Take a few minutes to breathe deeply and connect with the present moment. Close your eyes and visualize golden light entering through your head and filling your entire body. This spiritual energy cleansing practice helps calm the mind and prepare the heart for prayer. Step 3. Recite Psalm 91. With intention now, recite Psalm 91 aloud or silently, depending on what feels most comfortable. Read each verse carefully, allowing the words to resonate in your being. While reciting, visualize divine light enveloping you and your space, creating a protective energy field. Feel spiritual energy flowing through you, dissipating fears and worries. Step 4. Meditation and visualization after prayer. Sit in silence for a few minutes. Focus on the light you visualize during the recitation and imagine it expanding around you, forming an invisible shield. This energetic healing practice strengthens your connection with the divine and solidifies spiritual protection. Gratitude. In closing, end your ritual by expressing gratitude for the blessings in your life. It can be a simple prayer of thanksgiving or a mental list of things you're grateful for. Gratitude is positive energy that attracts more blessings and keeps your heart open to receive. Tips for maintaining the practice: consistency is key. Try to incorporate this ritual into your daily routine, whether in the morning, at night, or in times of need. Personalize, adapt the ritual to your preferences. If you like music, include chants or mantras. If you prefer movement, combine prayer with practices like yoga or meditative walks. Share, talk with family or friends about your practice, and encourage them to create their own rituals. The spiritual journey is even more powerful when shared. Now, you have all the tools to transform your life through the power of prayer and Psalm 91. Remember that spiritual energy is always around you, ready to guide, protect, and heal. All you need to do is open your heart and trust in the process. May this journey have illuminated your path and strengthened your faith. And may Psalm 91 be, for you, a beacon of hope and protection in all moments of life. If this content resonated with you, share it with someone who might also benefit. Leave a comment below sharing how Psalm 91 has impacted your life, or which spiritual practices you've already incorporated into your routine. Together, we can create a community strengthened by faith and positive energy.